playmaker that is obviously grown throughout the productive time, particularly with Mommy being an assistant for 4 years. You probably hadn't been an assistant with one coach longer than what, 2 years before he got there. So how important has that been for you understanding where to go with the ball, being an assistant for the home?
I think, early in my career, I was just thrown into the fire. The ball was put into my hands, and I had the opportunity to play through mistakes. When Earl was here, when Jay was here, when Igor was here, those guys just believed in me, through turnovers, through just being a young kid trying to learn the game. And, with the ability to score, I was throwing a lot of defenses at me. And, like I said, ability to learn through those mistakes.
Curious to some of the passes you were through last night, finding Kevin in the corner and some good passes for layups. What are you reading? Because Landry said that you're calling the plays out before coach is calling the plays out, knowing where to go and what plays to call.
It's just taking what the defense gives you. Just trying to apply pressure to them, and we're still figuring out our spacing around each other and what works, and just finding our tendencies, and it's been working well.
Only thing I have was about Aiden in terms of the impact. I know that the numbers aren't showing in terms of a high scoring average, but he's doing other things. How are you seeing him make a difference in games even when it's not actually scoring?
I mean, just being big. They throw a lot of small guard lineups out there. They've put smaller guards on him, and Zubac on T. Craig, and just being a force. And he's been able to do that. Big offensive rebounds late in games, setting great screens with great angles, and it's opening everything else for everybody else.
He said that guys got on him about rebounding after game one. Were you the leader of that charge?
I think he just hears it from a little bit of everybody. Right. It's a collective group. Both ways though too. We hear from him too, and we hear everybody out on this team. We all have the same objective, and that's to win the game. So it's important to communicate.
What's the feeling like to get a chance to close out at home?
I mean, it's a good feeling, but we just have to do it. That's what it's going to come down to. I think we're in this situation before versus them, and they came out Game 5 and beat us last time that happened. So just coming in with awareness, ready to go from the beginning, and just protect home court like we've been saying all series.
What Monty was saying 4 years ago, you would call him and ask to be put on the best guy defensively, and you would get upset if you weren't on that guy. How much do you relish kind of that challenge of not only doing what you do offensively, but taking on those defensive assignments?
I take a lot of pride in it, and I always have. I had a reputation early in my career that I couldn't do it. Being a part of a losing team was tough, and I had a lot of weight on my shoulders. But now, doing it collectively with a group of 5, with everybody locked into the same scheme, and it allows everybody to be aggressive on the ball, and you have help behind you, people covering up your mistakes.
Do you feel like that was fair? I mean, do you feel like you weren't a good defender at that point?
No, I always thought I was a good defender.
If I went back to rookie Devin and showed you the way you play now, would you believe defensively? Would you believe?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's scheme. I always say that it's scheme and communication, and typically you have a different game plan for each team, and you're playing against other players' tendencies, and when all 5 guys don't understand that on the court together, that can cause confusion. So it might look like somebody's messing up a coverage, but you really don't know who's at fault because there's only one game plan.
Which save did you like more, Torrey or Josh?
What save?
Which save you had? Like you saved 2 out of bounds, 1 to Torrey, 1 to Josh. Torrey was here behind the back. Josh was.
Yeah. They both led the baskets, huh? Really equal. I like them both.
Make the right plays, exactly.
How important is it to set the tone in the first quarter, build a lead, being that you haven't won the first quarter yet?
Yeah, as important as I say it is, we haven't done it yet. We're trying to. You have to credit them. They've came out playing well too. So, even if we don't get a good start, we still just have to weather the storm. It's a 48-minute game, and we understand that. And the thing about our team, we haven't been shook yet in those moments. We've came to the timeout, regrouped, and got on the same page, and we're at it.
What's it been like to learn and grow with this team? You guys spent a lot of time together the regular season, but what's it been like these 4 games together and 5 to grow?
I mean, I think each game has been important in our growth. And even the 6 or 7 games that we got before the postseason started, like, I think we're learning something every game on both sides of the ball. And, we're finding out what works. And I was talking spacing earlier. Spacing's a big part of it, allowing, Kevin to get to work and be a playmaker at the same time, allowing Chris to get to, his strong spots. That's going to make everything easier for everybody else. So, just all being on the same page.
You guys have been so close in years past. This team's been, how do you, like, is this team just as close as other Suns teams that have been here recently?
Close, like, relationship wise? Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time together. We have a good balance of joking and laughing on the planes and on the buses. And then, once it's time to get down to business, we all lock in.
Look, have you played with a shot blocker like Biz before?
I have not. I don't think I've played against one either, to be honest.
Just in terms of his recovery skills, I think he gets like typecasted as like an older veteran, but then you watch him and you would guess that he's still 19, 20.
Yeah, he when I was saying be aggressive on the ball and, have somebody behind you to cover up your mistakes, that's one of those guys. That gives me the confidence to be able to pressure anybody, knowing that you have that type of help behind you. And, his first jump, his second jump are both incredible. And, he has the ability to come over and help. And, if they dump it off to their man, still get back in time and contest the shot. So, I've played against it in practice. It's not easy to go against. And, he's telling me every game I'm behind you, and that's important.
Devin, I know you saw D'Angelo with the Coco
Yeah.
saying that, find me and, this is my partner. I think you with Coco 5 as well.
I am owner of the company.
Yeah, so maybe speak to that and when you saw that.
That's important for us. I was happy that he was able. I brought it out in the finals when we played also, and just to the ability to be able to endorse your own product, something that he's invested in too. So that's sweat equity, and it's a passion project for both of us, and for it to come to light a little bit like that and people see it on the big stage was important.
Did he call you or did you call him afterwards?
We haven't talked about it yet, but we've obviously talked about it in the past, and it's I think it was a good turnout. I think it gave it more light than it would have if it just sat there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the next business meeting.
100%. Let's do it.
What changes mentality wise for you, if anything, once the postseason starts?
Honestly, just win at all costs. All the regular season stuff, the statistics, the stats, the efficiency, like all that is off the table. We all have one main goal, and each game is its own new project, and that's how we view it. Each game has its own personality, and you have to have a quick memory, win or loss, on to the next one, and until the job's finished.
What was your reaction? What was going through your head when you see Chris grab that rebound and turn around and throw that shot?
What the hell is he doing? But obviously he didn't know that it hit the rim, and maybe from his angle it didn't look like it at all. DeAndre kind of jumped a little bit, acting like as if it missed short, but we'll take it. We'll take it for sure.
You'll try to recreate that in practice afterwards.
Nah, that's a tough shot right there. That's a tough shot.
Look, there were images
Last
of another PE for you with Nike releasing this one,
Yeah.
like zoom cut to I'm terrible with shoes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the GT cut
How,
too.
yeah.
Mhm.
How did it come about?
Well, that's a project. As everybody knows, I wear a lot of Kobe's, and I think Nike wanted something to go to retail with my name on it that isn't in the Kobe line, and see how it does. So I just mixed it up, put my colorways on it. I have a few myself, but I think the green one is the one that's going to retail. Not sure on the date, but I'm pretty sure it's coming soon. I've been wearing a pregame, comfortable shoe, lightweight, but I'm still stuck on my Kobe's right now.
What was the thought behind the colorway specifically? I think it's like green and orange.
Yeah, all of them, all my colorways, man, is just tonal, desert inspired, the greens, the browns, the tans, just everything toned out. And that's just the color palette.
Thanks.
Yep.
So Wilbon is your boss?
Huh?
Does that make Wilbon your boss?